Hey YouTube, this is Neris271990 here again. I'm here with a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile with my friend Mike here.
Hey, what's up?
We're going to be doing a samurai bid, and you can start anytime if you want.
Okay, Samurais is pretty easy. Fun. It's not a really cheap deck. I've been playing it for roughly a year and a half now, so let's get on with the monster lineup. We got 2 Kageki with 3 Kagemusha with 2 Elder. Hope you can see that. The reason why I don't run 3 Kageki anymore is because stuff like Veiler, Fiendish Chain, too much of that rolling around right now, so I decided to drop the Kagekis and put in Elders so I can use a magic card known as Asceticism and 6 Samurai. I'll get in that a little bit later. Just first off will be the monster lineup. Just tell you the effects real fast. Kageki is when it's normal summon, you can use its effect to special summon 1 level 4 or lower 6 Samurai monster from your hand, namely your Kagemusha, then you sync her up to make your Shien, or I guess Catastor in some situations. This was the money card in the deck. We had triple Kizan. Just when you control a level, just a face-up 6 Samurai monster other than your 6 Samurai Kizan, you can special summon this card from your hand. When you have 2 or more other face-up 6 Samurais, this card gains 300 attack and defense. So it becomes like a Grandmaster, but you can just special summon more of him. Comes a nice card. Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai, 2000 attack. When it's destroyed by a card effect, it will be. You can choose a 6 Samurai monster from your graveyard to your hand, including himself. Fun little tip. If they warning him, you do get him back because it was destroyed by a card effect. Just so everyone out there knows. Then we got cards like Zanji, Inishi, and Spirit. I'm pretty sure that's the rest of the monsters. Spirit is you normal summon him, then you can equip them to say your Shien. He acts like a shield, gives you 500 attack and defense, and when you kill a monster by battle, you get to draw the top card off your deck. It's really nice. It gets over dragons. It can save you from getting beat down by some bigger dude than you for a turn, and hopefully find a way to get a comeback in. Inishi, I'd say, is probably one of the best cards in the deck right now. All you do is you normal summon him, you remove 2 6 Samurai monsters from your graveyard, and it becomes a compulsory. You can activate on either player's turn once per turn. And when you control 2 or more 6 Samurai monsters on the field, you gain a 500 attack and defense power boost. Zanji's an oldie but a goodie. This card you only use his effect when you have another 6 Samurai on the field. Cannot be special summoned like Kizan. You have to normal summon it, Monster Reborn it, call the Haunt if you want to bring it out. When you attack during damage calculation, when the monster would not be destroyed, you destroy it instead. But if the attack is bigger than you, be destroyed also. But if you attack into, say, a Gravekeeper's Spy, you attack into it, during the end of damage, it will die. And for hand traps, just 2 Veilers. The Veilers are just to stop anything retarded going against you. It's a pretty basic standard card. I would definitely recommend running it if you don't think it's good. Because Samurais win, you just need to control when they start going off and you start losing. Then for the magics, very magic heavy deck. They make a beast on you, it's very hard for you to come back. Triple United, when a 6 Samurai monster is normal special summon, put 2 counters on it. You just put 1 counter for each one, max counter is 2, then draw 2, or 1 depending on how many counters you have on it. Triple Asceticism. It's pretty much that if you can't use a Kageki play, you're feeling very uneasy, you just use the Elder or Kagemusha play. Pretty much you just normal or special summon the Elder depending on the situation, if he has a monster or not. Use Asceticism to bring out your Kagemusha. Then you synchro summon for your Shien. Pretty standard plays. So it makes the deck really easy. It's one way or the other. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Double Shien Dojo. Same thing as every other card in the deck that uses Bushido counters when it's normal summoned or special summoned. Place 1 Bushido counter on it. Say if you have 3 Shien Dojo counters on it, you can bring a 6 Samurai monster that has 3 or lower stars to it to special summon them. Game 2, if you won, I would definitely take them out if it's meant for the first turn type deal. get your counters on it, plug up the field, go and try to control the game and win very fast. Smoke Signal, it's your roar to the deck. It pretty much gets whatever you want from your deck except for keys on a Grandmaster. Pretty good card. Gateway of the 6th Samurai, there's a reason why I went down to 1. When you get 2 Bushido counters on the card, you can pump up 1 6 face-up 6-iron monster on the field by 500 attack. When you have 4 counters on the field, you can special summon. You can add 1 6-iron monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So if your Grandmaster's in the graveyard, go ahead, pick it right up when you got those 4 counters. The last effect doesn't really use a whole lot. It's when you have 6 counters on, especially on 1 Sheen effect monster from your graveyard. Remember, you can have unlimited counters on the Gateway of the 6th. It does not state that you need only 6 as a max.
Okay, and I heard there's a little play where you can actually swap Bushido counters between the cards.
Yeah, if you have a Gateway on the field and you have either Dojos or Uniteds, say you just have 1 dude in your hand, like say, rough example, Inishi, you got a normal summon, it's like, well, I got not much. You got 1, 1, 2. You take these 2, you wipe them to your Gateway, you have now 4. You can use the second effect of counters, and you just search your Grandmaster, which is probably your safest play, and it's special summon, therefore you have 1, 1, 2. Get another, get some more stuff, whatever you feel like you need for that situation.
Okay. Just wondering, because I've seen people use it, but I didn't know if it was properly.
It's perfectly legal play. That's how the loop happened with Hand of the 6th Samurai. You just normal summon hand, special summon Grandmaster. You'd have the 2 gateways back in that time, and you just have 2/2 wipe the 2 onto wipe the 2 onto the other one, have 4, and you just loop. Same thing with the Fire and Water loop. And you get some staples: Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Reinforcements of the Army, and Book of Moon. I'm not so sure about Dark Hole. I know it's a good card, but if I feel I'm using Dark Hole 6 Samurais, I'm in a very big losing situation. Then we get into our traps. Double Sword Edge, 2 Fiendish Chain, the Megaton, I'm not going to bother pronouncing the first part. Then we got your Solemn Brigade. I used to run triple double Sword Edge technique, but I just felt it was too cloggy, and I need to play a bit more of a controlled variant. Oh, excuse me. Than just going all out and just wasting you. That's it for the main deck. We got our extra. I'll explain a bit of the thought process behind it. The cool thing about Samurais is, well, more of a pain, is you got to constantly revamp your side deck every week or maybe every 2 weeks, because it just depends what your local is playing or what's the most popular thing. So I got double kinetic soldiers and 1 puppet plant. I'd probably want to reverse the kinetic for a puppet to have 2 puppet, 1 kinetic, because I just don't like to waste that normal summon. I need my normal summons to get off my place, not to pray to God I don't get beat over by your dudes. It's just where my locals is just there's a lot of warrior decks like samurais, a ton of samurais and a lot of heroes still rolling around. Can't understand for the life of me why. Puppet plant, discard it, grab a warrior. This guy just gets pumped up by a bajillion attack and defense.
And the guy who's filming this is actually a hero player, so.
Iru, yeah, it's a normal summon. Yeah, he's old, but you know what? His effect is pretty good. When he has another dude on the field, they have to have a face-down defense position monster. You can just instantly nuke it. So a lot of people like to set the Snowman Eaters. You just drop this dude and have fun. 2 MSTs. Just overall, if you fear their back row or they got something just preventing you from doing anything, just put them in. Really, I would side like over 1 million cards for this. There's just so many cards I would like to side, but you're limited to only 50. Triple Macrocosmos. Some people like to run 2. I like 3. I need that card in my hand right away. I do not want to be waiting against a Dark World player who's going to blow up everything on me, and I don't got my Macrocosmos. What you need to know about Macrocosmos is there's some cards in your deck that just won't work. Veil is an obvious, Double Sword is an obvious, your Nishi is another card, but your United is another card. Because it has to be sent from the field to the graveyard to draw. This card makes it so everything is sent to the remove from play, therefore United can't work. You just got to read over some of your cards and say, hey, goes to the graveyard, I can't use it. But And the end off when we're trading against like insectors, dragons, this card pays off more than it hurts you. So just gotta decide a little bit and think about your thought process. Same with Shadow and Prison Mirrors. Like some people are like, hey, what about your Xian? It's a dark type too. Well, Xian's great and all, but it does me no good if he's going to get blown up by everything else. So you just gotta think, what hurts me more? Not putting the Shadow and Prison Mirrors and letting them get out their effects, or putting them in, I lose my Xian effect, but I shut down their entire deck. Double Rivalry. Why not? Wind-ups. Like, it's just, overall, the only card I could really think that'd be better than most of the other cards for Samurais. And Double Bottomless. You can change this for D-Prisons, but really D-Prisons just become insector food. At least with this, you can stop a little bit of their centipede butt hurt, and it hits dragons like a mofo. So that's pretty much it for the side. We got our extras. We got like Shadow. So okay, I only run one of him. Pretty much you make it with your Kizans or whatever, your 4 stars pretty much. He works great with Kageki because you wipe a material from Xian during either player's turn. That monster will go up to 2,000 attack, and then Kageki's effect will activate where he has another 6 Samurai on the field, giving him a 1,500 attack bonus. Makes him go up to 35. That's pretty beastly. They don't want to mess with that. We got Utopia and a Roach. Standard for level 4 monsters. Roach, make it instantly against dragons. I don't even think about it. I just make it. Why run that chance of them dropping everything on you? We got some level 3s now. Oh, sorry. Got one guy. Blade armor. Detached. Attack twice. Pretty simple stuff. Got some level 3s. I lent to a friend my Zen main, so I decided to put different cards in here to make it equal 15 for this video. Really depends what you feel like you don't like or like for the side deck. The extra deck. Levaria, just to bring back anything you feel you need. Acid Golem, he's big. Leviathan, he gets big. It's pretty much if you're stuck with Kagekis in your hand, you got no other play to go with. Now we go with this Forgotten White cards. Where do these guys come from? Cataster, Archeon, Beast, Bryanak, Landois, Stardust, Mistworm, and Xian. This thing just nukes anything that's not a dark. I did have Secret, but I like the Ghost a little bit better, so I decided to suit with a friend. Just remove 2 cards from your graveyard to negate a trap. That's removed. This is just send 2 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard to negate a spell card. So when you have Macro out, remember, Beast effect will not go off. I have yet to make him within the past couple formats. Still, too good of a card not to have. In case they have something you just can't get over, you need to go for game at that turn. I feel like I lose every time I put this guy in, but every time I take him out, I end up losing regardless because I don't have him in, so he's just kind of stuck there. Just negate monster effects by discarding magic cards from your hand to the graveyard. Same deal with him. You got Macro out, be smart with him. Next we got Stardust Dragon. It's been here since Nom. Mistworm, pop 3. It's a good card. Oh, excuse me again. It's pretty much your Trishula, but Trishula got banned, so Mistworm got Oblivion. Next we got Xian. What can I say about this guy? MVP of the deck, 2,500. Negate 1 spell trap card a turn. If this card would be destroyed, destroy another 6 Samurai instead. And that's pretty much Samurais in a nutshell. If you got any questions, post in the comments.